Most people don't like curly hair. They have tried some techniques, but that lasted for a few days only. If you are one of those men and you're looking for a solution that can keep your hair straight for weeks or even months, well, there is a method that can give you those silky straight hair for 2 to 4 months. And it is called the Brazilian Blowout. In this video, I'll cover how to use the Brazilian Blowout method that maintain your hair for months. Let's get started. Before moving on to how to do a Brazilian Blowout, it is very important to understand what exactly a Brazilian Blowout is. A Brazilian Blowout is a hair smoothing treatment that seals the hair cuticle to reduce frizz and make the hair shiny and smooth. It is different from other treatments because it doesn't use harsh chemicals that can damage your hair. Instead, it uses a keratin-based formula that coats the hair, fills in gaps, and repairs any damage. This creates a proactive layer around each strand, giving you that sleek, straight appearance you wanted. The best part about Brazilian Blowout is that it doesn't completely change your hair's natural texture forever. If you have curly hair and want to go back to your curls, the Brazilian Blowout will eventually wear off and your natural texture will return. The Brazilian Blowout kit usually includes the smoothing solution, clarifying shampoo, sleep conditioner, gloves, and instructions. You'll also need a blow dryer, a flat iron, and a fine-tooth comb. Before starting the process, make sure to wear gloves and a face mask and cover your shoulders with a towel. Make sure you have a well-ventilated area because the treatment can give off fumes that you don't want to breathe in for too long. Before applying anything to your hair, always do a patch test. This helps you check if you're allergic to the treatment. Follow the instructions and try applying a small amount to your inner wrist. If you see any irritation or feel any discomfort, stop and contact a doctor. After the patch test, wash your hair with clarifying shampoo. This helps open the hair cuticle so the product can be absorbed properly. After washing, gently towel dry your hair and it is about 80% dry. You don't want your hair soaking wet when applying the treatment. Next, section your hair into manageable parts. This will make it easier to apply the smoothing solution evenly. Take your time with this step, don't rush. If you have fine hair, I recommend doing 2 sections on the front and 2 on the back. But if you have a really thick hair, you can make 8 or even more sections. Use a color application or tint brush to apply the smoothing solution to each section, starting from the roots and working your way down to the tips. Make sure the product is distributed evenly. But be careful not to use too much. You don't want your hair to be drenched in the product, just lightly coated. After applying the product with the brush, use a fine-tooth comb to distribute the product evenly through your hair and remove any excess solution. This step is very important because it ensures that the solution covers every strand. Once you're done, it is time to blow dry your hair. Use a blow dryer with a nozzle attachment and blow dry each section straight. This step will lock the smoothing solution into your hair by drying it out completely. This step might take a while, especially if you have thick or long hair. But be patient because the results will be worth it. After blow drying, the next step is to use a flat iron. Set your flat iron to a high temperature, usually around 450 Fahrenheit or as recommended by the product. Just like blow drying, take small sections of your hair and slowly run the flat iron through each one. The heat of the flat iron will seal the treatment into your hair, making it smooth, shiny, and frizz-free. It is important to go over each section several times, usually about 5 to 7 passes, so that the treatment is properly sealed. Once you've finished flat ironing your hair, you will need to wait a bit. Most Brazilian blowout kits recommend waiting about 20 to 30 minutes before rinsing your hair out. During this time, avoid touching your hair. You want the treatment to settle in fully before rinsing. When the waiting period is over, wash your hair with sulfate-free shampoo. Sulfate-free shampoo is recommended after a Brazilian blowout because it helps preserve the treatment, keeping the hair smooth and frizz-free for longer. Sulfates can strip the smoothing solution and dry out the hair, while sulfate-free formulas gently cleans without causing damage or irritation. After rinsing the shampoo, apply the deep conditioner that comes with the kit. This helps to nourish your hair and lock in the treatment. Leave the conditioner in for the recommended time, usually 10 to 15 minutes, and then rinse it out thoroughly. At this point, you are almost done. Blow dry your hair one final time to see the results. After the Brazilian blowout, you'll notice an immediate difference in the texture and appearance of your hair. Your hair will look smooth, shiny, and straight. It will feel much softer, and you'll be amazed at how easy it is to style. Plus, you won't have to worry about frizz or humidity ruining your look for the next few months. It will be much easier to manage, and you won't have to spend hours blow drying or ironing it every day. While this treatment is usually done in salons, it is possible to do it yourself if you follow the right steps and use good quality products. This process will take some time, typically 2 to 3 hours, so make sure you have enough time. You won't find genuine Brazilian blowout products at regular beauty stores because they contain strong chemicals like formaldehyde. This makes them dangerous for non-professionals to use. Some treatments sold online might say professional use only. If you see that, avoid them. Instead, look for a formaldehyde-free option made specifically for at-home use. While the results won't be as powerful, these products are much safer and still effective. Even with natural or formaldehyde-free products, read the instructions carefully since they still contain strong chemicals. Let's talk about how long the results will last. On average, a Brazilian blowout lasts between 2 to 4 months, depending on your hair type and how often you wash it. For wavy hair, you can expect the results to last about 2 to 3 months, depending on how tight your waves are. If you have curly hair, the straightening effect usually lasts around 2 to 3 months, but the curls will slowly come back as the treatment fades. Even as the curls return, you'll still notice less frizz and better manageability. For coarse or kinky hair, the Brazilian blowout typically lasts about 6 to 8 weeks. Generally, the more textured your hair is, the shorter the treatment lasts. However, with proper care, you can still enjoy manageable, frizz-free hair for several months. Now, some of you may be questioning, Ellie, how can I extend the life of the blowout? Well, you should keep a few things in mind to maintain your new look and extend the life of the blowout. First, try to avoid washing your hair too frequently. The more you wash it, the quicker the treatment will fade. Use a sulfate-free shampoo and conditioner, as sulfates can strip the keratin from your hair, causing it to lose its smoothness. You should also avoid heat styling as much as possible, as excessive heat can damage your hair and shorten the lifespan of your blowout. Another tip for maintaining your Brazilian blowout is to avoid swimming in chlorinated pools or salt water, which can cause the treatment to wear off faster. If you go swimming, wear a swim cap or rinse your hair thoroughly afterward to remove any chlorine or salt. By following these steps and choosing the right products, you can enjoy sleek, straight hair from the comfort of your own home while keeping your hair in good condition. After straight hair, why not work on a 6-month challenge to get a V-shaped body? If so, watch this video next.